next panel is to start in a few minutes. Remix, you and your lackeys get on stage now.
Are you serious right now? You're gonna make me do this? I mean, come on. I am so sick and tired of you.
No more back talk, or you get a dose from my power control.
Psst, Shane, are you on stage now?
Sonic? What's going on?
No time to explain. The controller should be disabled at any second now.
Hey, Remix! Who are you talking to? What are you up to?
Sir?
Now, Starline, can't you see I'm busy?
But sir, the controllers, they're malfunctioning.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you have no control over the guests or Remix anymore.
What? Fix it before they find out.
Sir,
What?
we're still broadcasting.
And we're back with the Chaos Emeralds. All of them.
Heck yeah! Let's do this, Shadow!
Oh no!
Oh, yeah!
Oh dear. Damn, I'm out of here!
Oh, yeah!
Superforms don't scare me so easily. Face my super egg dragon!
guys, how we doing? Yeah, all right. So, my name is Dr. Kell. I am one of the voice cast directors for Sonic Revolution's VA Improv panels that we do in the Discord server. And me and some of my wonderful other hosts right here. Yeah, of course, Ultimate, I know. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We're going to be your hosts. So Ultimate, go ahead.
Hi, I'm the Ultimate voice actor. I voiced a bunch of characters on for Sonic Revolution. I'm also one of your casting directors. And yes, before you ask, I was here the entire time. I did not know I was not supposed to be on that side, but I was not on that side, I was on this side. Andrew, you're next.
Hello everyone, I am also one of the casting directors for Revo and also the voice of Sonic in Orbot and Loop Sonic.
I am Rockstar Certified Productions, and I am the understudy voice of Kit the Fennec.
Hi everyone, my name is Arena Rooney. I go by Arena, and I am the voice of Rouge Bat. Pleasure to meet you.
Alright, I am Mr. JPEG, also known as James. I'm the voice of Mighty the Armadillo and Mimic the Octopus.
Yo, I'm Boom the Moon Queen, and I voice Amy and Charmy for Revo.
What's up, my people? I'm True Blue. I'm kidding. I'm True Blue. I'm the main voice of Jet and the understudy for Boom Sonic.
What's going on? I'm Josh Hodgson. You totally didn't see me a few minutes ago. I'm the voice of Knuckles, Boom Knuckles, and Zavok Revolution, and as well as far as other stuff you might be familiar with that I've done project-wise, I'm also Knuckles in the Sonic and Knuckles show, as well as I've done some work for Sonic Paradox, most notably Commander Buzz in Sonic Animated, as well as a couple the new Sonic shorts. I voiced Knuckles for 2 shorts and Big for 1. There's that.
Hi, my name is Malia Boone, also known as Sonic Boone, and I'm the voice actress for Sally Acorn and Cosplay.
I am the voice of Homo Chow, as well as a few other things that are part of Revo. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Hi, I'm Sydney Page, or a Blue Moon 88. I voice Tails and Cosmo, or Tails and Blaze! Tails and Blaze in Sonic Revo. Thanks for coming.
My name is Ken Penders. You owe me $5,000 in legal fees. I'm kidding. My name is Matt Clemens, also known as MC Voices. I voice Cubot, Professor Gerald Robotnik, and Dave the Intern in Sonic Revo. This is going to be fun. So we're going to do a general Q&A here, and we're going to have you guys just ask some questions for us about our voice acting for Revo, what we like about it. Anything you want to know, just let us know, and we will let you guys answer one at a time. We're going to pass the mic round robin. I ask that you ask general questions that everyone can answer, so that we can have as many people talk as possible and get as many questions. Anything to add?
My back is killing me.
Mine too. Okay.
I'm good.
All right. So with that, if you have a question, feel free to raise your hand and come to the stage. Well, Kevin, all right.
Come on,
All right, so what would you say, I know it's like choosing your favorite child, but what would you say is your most favorite panel moment of all time? And I know that's like choosing a favorite child, but I'm very curious. Also, Tails, iOS is better than Android.
Oh, gosh. You would ask that question, wouldn't you? Okay, well, for me, I will say that, honestly, my favorite panel moments and everything like that has been this. This is the first time I've been to Revo in person, so this is an amazing experience. So, if I had to answer, that's the honest truth.
Like he said, it's like picking a favorite child. So as you know, I voice Dr. Starline for Revo, and although this would be one of my favorites, I think one in particular would be a panel that I did for Sonic Revo. It was during one of the online conventions. I think it was last year. Was it last year? It was Dr. Starline where I did a 2-hour panel as Dr. Starline, and I got nothing done because they had a bunch of characters. Most of the voice actors are here for that. They just went in and interrupted my show, and I had to just share it along with them. And of course, as Dr. Starline, I hated it. As myself, I loved it. So it was cool.
Yeah, it's hard to pick, but I think for me it would have to be like panel-wise, Sonic and Tails improvised voice challenge. That was so fun. We got challenged to do different voice impressions, and the audience gave us scenarios. It was one of the best experiences.
I have one panel that is still carved in my brain ever since it happened. 2022, Girls Night 2. Like where like karaoke happened, Q&A happened, and Chris, Ultimate, and Kel got a makeover. And unfortunately, I was one of the victims, thanks to a certain someone. But yeah, nonetheless, Girls Night 2 was my favorite moment.
So far, it's gotta be the Team Dark Q&A. There are some stories in there that'll go down in infamy. For some reason, the mic is going out.
We can wait for batteries or something.
Possibly.
Or you can scream.
We need Omega. But those stories will go down in infamy. Shadow in a Dress, our only successful mission being stopping for donuts. Chaos Cola, not because we wanted charity, but we needed the money. The usual.
Yeah. Fun time.
Definitely one of my favorite panel moments was when I voiced Mimic. In the last 15 minutes of one panel, I was actually going through a major panic attack, and that was actually my best performance as him to date. So that is going to be forever fused in my brain, and I am never going to forget it. So yeah, just if you ever listen to any of the recordings made by Josh Hodgson over here, in the last 15 minutes of one, I had a panic attack, and that was my best performance as a character to date. So yeah.
Good job.
What was the question again?
Wait, what?
This is what you've done, Kevin.
From what I remembered, we had a whole entire panel that was dedicated to Charmy being a therapist.
Oh, yeah!
Like the first panel I've ever been on, we had like this joke of Shadow's therapist being Charmy, and I thought that was like the funniest thing ever. And I love the fact that, it was like a whole panel, and I'll admit, even I wouldn't know what I'm doing if I was Charmy.
Mine's got to be the Babylon Rogues panel. Honestly, the stuff that me, shout out to Kitty Cat and Pop Culture did, the stuff we were saying was one of the funniest moments of my life. Like, for example, Jet forgetting to park the balloon.
Of course, Jet would forget.
For me, it has to, without a shadow of a doubt, have to be the second Sonic in the Movies 2 panel, Disney edition. I just want to give a shout out to Sydney over here, and Andrew, as well as everybody that was involved in that one. It was like, that was easily, well, everybody that was involved in it, I would definitely say it was by far my personal favorite panel I've ever friggin' done as part of. Yes, yeah, part of that including the whole joke crack shit that, I don't mean to put you on the spot here, the dude made up because Shadow and Finn. And also I think my personal favorite, I think that as far as what I specifically did for that one, had to be the Great Mouse Detective scene that I did as Basil. Well, Knuckles, quote unquote, as Basil. It was just, I hadn't even watched the movie in like years at the time that we had did it. But it was just an absolute fun moment. Just that entire panel is my favorite thing ever. Shout out to Corin, shout out to Sydney over here, and Andrew for putting it together, and just it was just great. Check.
My favorite panel that I've done would have to be the Royals panel. Would have to be the Royals panel as a whole. Because it was just so funny with Sally, and we were just roasting Andrew and Sonic the entire time for abandoning his kingdom and Sonic and the Black Knight. I thought it was hilarious. So props to everyone that was a part of that.
Yeah, that's funny.
There's been a lot of panels I've been a part of since being here in Revo, but some of the ones I enjoyed was when I voiced Omochao for 2 panels, getting to torture this man right here. Yep. I had a lot of fun with it and looking forward to do more of it.
Gosh, so as one of the characters I'm often paired with, so like I'm often paired with Andrew and often paired with Dr. Kelvin. I would say Silver and Blaze 2 and Sonic and Tails answer awkward questions. Those are my 2 top.
They were great.
The Sonic the Movies, the Disney edition was one of my favorites as well. I also really enjoyed basically the one that started it all, the Whose Line Is It Anyway panel. I don't think anything could ever on top of that. I also really like the one where Dave the Intern took over the panel. Captured Styx and Noah. Anyway, I didn't have to feel bad. Dave is kind of the guy who you kind of love to bully.
Another question, feel free to raise your hand. I see you. Come on up.
Hands up.
First of all, hi Ultimate, hi Boone, hi MC. I'm glad to have you a part of Sonic Harmonic. And second of all, which one of those voice actors over there gave you the inspiration to voice act in general?
That's a good question. I had to say, really, every voice actor over there is amazing at what they do. They are true champions of their craft, and they really do the best work ever. Like, round of applause for the voice actors we've got. Round of applause. We love you guys. So, if I had to say personally, 2 that had a really big inspiration on me are Pete Capella and Jason Griffith. They have done a lot for my Shadow and my Silver. I also get a lot of inspiration from David Humphrey's Shadow and Kirkwood's Shadow. There's so many that I could say. Everyone does such a phenomenal job, but if I had to say, probably that.
Josh is no longer allowed to have a mic. That's hard. Does it have to be in the room? Okay. Yeah, because my inspiration for voice acting, because I actually joined the Sonic community really late in the game. So my initial inspiration for voice acting is not a Sonic voice actor, unfortunately. Although all these people are great. The person that inspired me the most to actually take up voice acting was none other than James Arnold Taylor, who is, he's not a Sonic guy, I don't think, but he is voiced in a whole bunch of different stuff. And just watching him perform, watching his range, like you can watch say a Clone Wars episode and not even know he voiced like 5 different characters, including the one that you know him as. So, with that, it seems like how much potential you have in like the voice and that instrument you can use, like even make money off of that. I was like, hey, I can do that. And therefore, I decided to commit, and that's where I am today.
It's a tough question. Because I'm inspired by many voice actors. You know, Rob Paulson, he inspires me, Jim Cummings, James Arnold Taylor as well. And if I had to choose, obviously, the Sonic VAs, I would say the Adventure 2 cast inspired me a lot to pursue, voice actors. So, if we shout out to the Adventure 2 cast. Yeah.
Okay, so my answer is kind of different. Who exactly? Myself. Okay, this time. Okay. My answer is kind of different. The people who actually inspired me into voice acting, I'm on stage with them. Everyone here did. Literally every single one of you castmates on this stage inspired me into voice acting. If it wasn't for any of you, I wouldn't even be here right now. If I hadn't sit on my butt on that desk for 2 hours straight, listening to your fantastic voices, I wouldn't be here. I just would not be here. So like, just for you guys to inspire me to get into voice acting and to be on the Sing the Song Revolution, or Eggman Revolution, whatever. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
God, I'm trying not to get emotional over here. Thank you so much for that, man. You know what? I gotta say something too, okay? One of the main reasons that I got into voice acting was watching the cutscenes, the Sonic Unleashed, okay? So seeing Jason Griffith and Lisa Ortiz over here, knowing that my heroes are over there and I'm on stage in the same damn room with them, thank you guys so freaking much. I'm trying not to cry. So thank you.
So for me, I am kind of going to point out some of the people that are over there right now. I recently had an interaction along with Revo over here with Jason Griffith, and he is just the most chill dude ever. Like, just the conversation I had with him was just so fun. I mean, I guess I'll just kind of talk about the experience really quickly. When I walked up to him, he said, "Oh, hey, have I seen you before?" And I'm like, "No, this is my first time meeting you." He's like, "Oh, well, I guess I've just seen your face before. I don't know where, but if this is your first time, then yes." So, I don't know, it was just such a fun interaction, and he's just such a chill dude. I mean, he's over there talking to a whole bunch of fans. You probably can't even hear me right now, but if he did, Jason, you're awesome.
For me, I've been inspired by like a bunch of cartoons and knowing how it can be amazing to do like silly voices or perform like as best as you can just to entertain people. I'll admit, okay, I gotta admit, for my Amy voice or something, Lisa Ortiz has been my inspiration for that. I just need, I know that I can do my own take on her, but if it weren't for Lisa, like, my Amy wouldn't exist.
Alright, I'm just gonna come out and say it. With what James said, Jason is the most chill dude ever. I know he's not paying attention right now, but without him or any of the Sonic X cast, I wouldn't even be here. Like, honestly. That also goes for all you too, honestly. I'm looking at you, Andrew.
In terms of voice actors in general, I would probably say Mel Blanc is like my absolute hero. As far as voiceover is concerned, like literally every single voice that's come after him has been trying their damnedest to get to that. As far as people in that specific side over there, Scott Dreyer is definitely. I definitely have some bits that have influenced my Knuckles in a way. Dan Griffin, Travis Golding are like definitely my biggest inspiration as far as my Knuckles voice is concerned, but Scott Dreyer is definitely like one that I had fun with growing up as well. And just, I mean, it would take forever to list them all, and we don't have that much time, so I don't want to bore y'all with that. But that's, yeah, like, as far as number one altogether, Mel Blanc, 100%.
Lisa Ortiz and Kath Susie or Saucy, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but both of them have really inspired me, either Amy or Sally. It's been really awesome, such a huge inspiration. All of you guys too, like what Rockstar said,
Jason, Ryan, they've all been an inspiration for me. Even people outside of, Hollywood themselves, they've all been an inspiration for me to really push in my voice to be out. I really appreciate all of them for doing so.
Okay, outside of Revo, I would say Mel Blanc is Falling of Shaughnessy. But here, so here at Revo, I would say the Sonic X Pass. Stephen Page, I am a huge fan of his. And then this whole stage right here, these people, I would not be the actor I am today without all of these people here. So, well done, guys.
Thank you.
First off, all you guys, of course. Second off, people like Stephen Page and the entire cast of Sonic Zone 182. Third, people like Jason Griffith, Mike Pollock. And the real answer, people like Mel Blanc, Rob Paulson, Jim Cummings, D. Bradley Baker, and especially James Arnold Taylor.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. You got a question? I saw your hand up. Come on. I like your hat.
So this is a convention made by the fans for the fans. So what sort of fan projects have you guys stuck out to you guys that you would recommend for us to look into?
Well, speaking a bit of a self-plug here, but I really enjoyed one of the things I worked on with the wonderful Sydney Page. It's getting close to the Tanabata Festival in July. And in case you don't know, Gab, Sam, and Meguar did a comic called The Princess and the Coward that me and Sydney put together a dub of. Well, Sydney was the brains behind it. I just provided the voice of Silver. And it was a ton of fun. It's one of the best dubs I think I've ever been in, and I really highly recommend that you check out The Princess and the Cowbird on YouTube. So that's one I would say is definitely a must watch.
Was this constricted to like things we've been part of? Or?
No, you can do it.
Okay,
I was just recommending.
Perfect. Okay. Because one I would definitely shout out, and I feel a little guilty because I know next to nothing about it, but Belena Productions, Ton of Scared Stupid, the final chapter, I think is a project definitely worth checking out.
Yes.
I can tell how much passion Steve is pouring into this project, and Sonic Zombies and all that is definitely stuff I need to check up on and just catch up on. The only thing I've seen from him, unfortunately, is just Christmas with Sonic, which is, we need to bring that back though. But the final chapter he's working on with our lovable Sydney Page as Mal, do it for Mel. But also, he's got a Patreon now. He did an announcement about that. So for as little as $1, y'all, you can support Stephen Page and his projects, and maybe even bring back Sonic Zombies. We want Scared Stupid first. That's what I want, because I want to see Sydney and I want to see what she does, and I think it's going to be great.
Awesome.
For me, not because I'm in it, but Team Season 3. Sadio. I highly recommend it. It's looking great, and they've captured the magic of the show itself, so it's great.
One fan project that I know for sure that I've heard of that's a must watch is Sonic the Hedgehog Polaris. It's such a stupid microphone. It's such a deep emotional audio drama that Geeky Sonic, who formerly stepped down as director, that Noah, aka Yoshitells13, has been a part of. Like the whole entire, every single part is just deep down emotional and all that. And I'm gonna say a little shout out right now. In part 1, Sydney, shout out to you for that scream during the torture scene. That was amazing. And yeah, and funny enough, somewhere around last year I got casted, so you may see me in a future part. Who knows? So yeah, nonetheless, Sonic Polaris, I say that is a must watch.
Before we move on to another one, I believe Shane has an announcement she wanted to do. If we can get Shane here.
You sleeping on the job right now?
Shane.
He's in the restroom.
Restroom? Okay, we'll keep going. coming on up. Just give me 1 second. So first, we got an announcement from Shane before we continue.
Sonic Remix, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, if you're planning on participating in the cosplay contest, we need you to start coming up to the side of the stage over here, off to my right. So if you're entering, we're going to be doing the judging about 5 o'clock. So that'll be about 30 minutes. Thank you.
For the cosplay contest. All right, now we can continue where we left off.
All right. I would be doing a disservice if I don't mention this, but I would have to say Sonic Villains. Shout out to Arion V-Tunes. Because they are the reason that I was here last year for my first ever Sonic Revolution. It is a fantastic fan film. Also, shout out again to Sydney, because again, we worked together.
Love you, Sydney.
Gotta be doing a lot of stuff with that, so keep an eye out for that.
This is kind of a hard question for me because I feel like every single bit of Sonic media that I've seen inspires me, and you should check out. Whether it be made by all of these lovely people or just, I don't know, I don't want to be the kind of person that like promotes my own stuff or talks about stuff I've been in. I mean, Polaris is one of them. I played a small part at the beginning of part 4, but even then, it's like Rockstar already said Polaris, so yeah. So whether it be already what these guys said, so like Arena, Sonic Villains, Rockstar, Sonic Polaris, Andrew, did you say your radio specials? Or what did you say again? Oh, Team Season, right. Kelp, you said Sydney stuff, and Ultimate, what did you say? Oh wait, you said Atlanta Productions. Yeah, Sonic Scared Stupid, right. Yeah, just, you know, I think I'll just say whatever these guys have said, since I really do not have a good answer. Every single bit of Sonic media inspires me.
They're all great.
What am I answering?
Your ass.
Okay. So, well, there's a project that me, Blue, and MC are a part of, and it's done by one animator, and it's a Sonic and Transformers crossover, Sonic and the Autobots. What? Yeah, rude. like even though it's like a fun little project for him, it's a fun series for all of us, and it balances like the kind of fans that other people could enjoy, and like we highly recommend.
Where do I start? Let's see. Okay, first things first, Sonic and the Autobots, obviously. Gotta love it. But also, he's not paying attention right now. But that guy over there, Wade Motions, yep. Mobius and New Dawn Awakens is one of the best things I've been a part of, because I get to pour my heart and soul into like writing, like being able to bring people who really never had a chance to voice act to be able to get a chance. And I know this doesn't count as a fan project, but Revolution, honestly.
With this other mic, but anyways. I mean, definitely the #1 fan project I can think of right at the top of my mind, the Sonic Shorts. Easily, that's my biggest. That is easily my favorite piece of Sonic fan project thing of all time, and it was an absolute honor to be able to say that I was a part of the new volume 9. I was specifically, for those that don't know, I was Knuckles in Super Showdown and My Brand, and I was Big or Catfish in Pirate Time with Knuckles the Dread. and I've also been a part of, mentioned earlier, Commander Buzz and Sonic Animated. And just shout out to everyone in Sonic Paradox, Wax, Tyrannic, everybody. Just Like literally, if it wasn't for my hyper-fixation with their content as a 14-year-old kid back in 2008, just looking through them on Newgrounds, I wouldn't be here probably.
I have to shout out Ultimate's audio drama series. It's really good. And then Cal and Sydney's Princess and the Cowherder, and Andrew's radio special series that he's been doing. I also want to shout out James's Finnish Fandom and True Blue's audio drama series that he's doing as well. And MC's channel as a whole, and Chris's. Yeah, that's my answer.
For me, I haven't been in really much any project aside from the ones I did with a few of my friends here, voicing, doing a dub of the 900 Adventure, the Sonic Adventure. I had a lot of fun with all of them. They really keep pushing me to do better.
I would say Sonic Villains, that's where I got started, so that's a project that means a lot to me. And I would say, I would be amiss to say Sonic and Snare and Stupid 4. Yes! We gotta get Mel here, so bring her here if you can support the Patreon. It's gonna be worth it, the amount of work. Do it for Mel! Do it for Mel! So do it for Mel, and then I would have to say Andrew Kevlin. I had the privilege to do Radio Hero. It's his radio station in London, and we did some of the greatest audio dramas I've ever been a part of, period. So check those out.
A bunch of fan projects that stood out to me have already been mentioned, like this Bling production stuff, especially Christmas with Sonic, and Ask the Sonic Heroes by 182, Radio Hero specials, Ultimate stuff, Sonic and the Autobots. I also have to bring up the animation stuff by Pixel Rush. And also the audio drama series Super Sonic Squad by my friend Cole. It's how I got my start. And I've gotten to write a few episodes, and it's just been a blast working with him.
Hi. Anyone else have a question? Oh, I saw you. Come on up.
So, as someone who wants to be a voice actor, or I want to know what's a good way to get their head start without, spending so much money on like a PC, USB mic for their PC that they don't know. Because all I have right now is just my phone and my headphones that have a built-in microphone.
Okay. So the stigma that you need the best equipment to start out is not true, because I'm standing here saying that I started in the Sonic community voicing on my phone. No headphones, no nothing, just voice memos on my phone. I did voice acting with that. After a while, I saved up some money and got myself a mic stand, a mic, and some like isolation shield and an adapter for my computer. But you can really start from anything. You don't have to have all the best equipment starting out. Sometimes it's as simple as just doing an impression for fun. And I would say just do what you gotta do and start where you can.
So, while he was talking, an analogy came in my head. So the first thing you need is drive. And I'm going to use the illustration of a car. Bear with me on this one. So that's the engine, that's your drive. But drive is not enough. You need something to push you forward. You need the stuff that helps you build your drive. That's where the wheels come in. But there's things that can hurt your drive, that can damage it and cause you to be despondent. That's where the frame and the shielding comes in. So then you get your car. It was scrapped. It was made in my head real quickly. But my point is, without those components, without the drive, the motivation, with all that, you're not going to go very far. Because voice acting, as I've learned, is very, very hard. In fact, it is, I'd say, one of the most cutthroat industries you'd ever try to get in, because everybody is trying to fight for the same role. And we're going to do everything we can to get that role. And you're going to get a lot of no's when it comes to auditioning. And until you're ready to just take the nose and look out for that one yes, that will, which brings up another story. I'll cut it short. It's fine, I'll cut it short. Right, I get it, let me finish, let me wrap up. Until you're ready to face a lot of the hardship that comes in with getting to voiceover and getting into like all the different auditions and stuff, you're not gonna make it very far. So that drive is very important. You need to protect that drive.
A good way to start is using comic books and dubbing. So you create your own character voices, see what the character can have. So there's a character in the comic who never had a voice. You look at it and go, I'm going to create a voice for that character. And never be afraid if you do like an impression and it's bad, because that makes a new character. So that's a good starting point. And you can always start off with like easy microphones, so that's really affordable, like Snowball mics or the Yetis. So they're quite affordable. So you start with that kind of stuff.
Allow me to stand up, my legs are sore, I am so sorry. Okay. Okay, so my advice is to start with what you start with for what you already have. So yes, just start with for what you already have. Like for me, like Kel started with the phone. I started with a really crappy USB headset. So I tried to voice act with that. It didn't do very well, so I just saved up some money to where I was able to get a Blue Yeti and then an isolation shield and so forth. So I'd say if you don't have the money for the best equipment, I'd say use what you have for now and save up and then save up your budget so you can get better equipment, because like obviously you're not going to get the best equipment your first time when you start voice acting, because like stupid microphone. I literally said this quote 2 years ago and I'll say it again right here, right now. To achieve your dreams, you have to expect and go through a few obstacles on your way to the finish line.
So I would have to say one of the things that I did is actually one of the suggestions for Andrew was to be reading comic books. Now, one of the main things I have to stress, you do not need to record yourself as you are reading through the comic books. This is practice for you. So choose comics that you like, read them and read them again, read them out loud. Find a space that you feel comfortable in recording. Make sure you close the door though, so your dad doesn't walk in on you voicing Fang. That was very awkward. Blow up my bike, Dad walks in. So make sure you find a space that you're comfortable in and start practicing, testing your range, and don't be afraid to try different voices. Voices that you can't even do. If you have a very masculine vocal range, don't hesitate to try doing a feminine vocal range. You are testing your limits. You're saying, okay, I've tried it. This is definitely something I cannot do. I can do something really cute, or something really cool, or something really raspy. You gotta keep trying. Keep pushing your boundaries.
Okay, so my answer is going to mix with True Blue's answer. Kevin, is it okay if we can like both answer at the same time?
Yeah, we'll make it quick. Yeah.
So me and True Blue had a conversation with Mike Pollock earlier today in the break room, and he actually gave us a lot of really good advice about how to get into voice acting professionally. You want to say anything, True Blue?
So, one piece of advice he gave us that was really like good was you're going to start out small, but as you work harder and harder, meaning like commercials, radio shows, that kind of thing, you want to start putting yourself out there with like demos, with like a way to promote yourself, and then when you do that, you get an easier chance to
well, you just get an easier chance to, you know, find things and also kind of be like contacted for. Is that contacted? Well, yeah. But it just if you put yourself out there, you kind of get exposure, and also like if you put in like your resume to like some people that are probably looking for people, then they'll probably accept you. But then if they're working on other things, you might they might recommend you, or even then it's just like the way you kind of succeed is by building connections, but also just kind of just getting around. So
Yeah. So more of the story, don't stop what you're doing. If you're really passionate about voice acting, push it to the limit.
From what I heard from those two, I can agree, because did you know I actually started voice acting by using wired headphones? Well, of course my equipment improved, and yet I still record on an iPad. But what that actually means is that yes, you're going to start out small, and you're going to improve throughout the years. So the advice is that work with what you've got and hope to expand it.
I think it was. You want to go? I'll go first. All right, go. All right. What was the question again? Well, definitely saving up, number one. But like, it doesn't have to be anything too crazy expensive, like, or anything like that. Like I'm using Shores M7B, which is a $400 mic, but you don't need to have to go that high when you're starting out. Like they have mics out there for like maybe $100, if that. And of course, even then, like, equipment's only going to get you so far. You still have to build up the skill set in terms, because voice acting is still acting at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So like, the voice is definitely like a positive in terms of like, you know, you have a good instrument, but you still have to, but you know, it's still definitely more about your personality and your acting skills and what you can build for it. But like, so definitely like, if you got the money, definitely take acting classes. Because the good acting class, they're basically teaching you how not to act, you know, to be natural, relatable, that sort of thing. And practice. Make sure you're drinking lots of water. Get some, you know, tea and things of that nature. And just ultimately, just if you're broke, you're just trying to start, and you're just starting out, like a USB, you get the job done. If you're just starting out. You know, only, like, definitely make sure that you, like, it's something you want to do professionally. If you want to do something professionally, ultimately just make sure, like, it's, you know, that it's something you want to do first of all. I said that wrong, and you get the idea. And also beyond that is basically just kind of, you know, they basically already echoed everything I would have otherwise said, because, yes, exactly. Yes, thank you. But yeah, anything else I would say is pretty much redundant, and also involves audio nerd stuff that I don't need to bore everybody with. So that's my answer.
I echo what everyone else said. But I would also suggest, like, before you upgrade your equipment, definitely ask yourself, like, is this what I want to do? Like, do you think I have a future in this? Is this really what I want to do before you upgrade? Because that's a big decision. And I would also suggest to be really active in the community. To know people, and it'll open up opportunities for you to be brought on for projects. That's my answer.
As for me, who started off from going from phone to a USB mic until first of all, is always work hard no matter what kind of mic you have. Even if it's an expensive one or not expensive one, just like everyone else said here, as long as you keep practicing, you'll do better, you'll do awesome. Always keep pushing yourself to do better no matter what people say to you.
You're going to need three things, okay? First, you need to start with what you have. We've already talked about this. I started
shout out to someone who's a truly inspiration to me as a voice actor. Taught me how to crawl, walk, and run as a voice actor. And that is someone who none of us would be here today without her, and that is the amazing Miss Cashel Snow. It's a true inspiration to me. Anyway, my advice would be basically get started and work with what you have. And remember that voice acting is acting. Take acting classes, participate in community theater. Like, I still participate in community theater myself. And remember, it's not just a voice, it's being a character. Anyone can go up in the street and do a Bugs Bunny impression and go, what's up, Doc? But can you read anything as Bugs Bunny? Can you read Shakespeare as Bugs Bunny? Can you read the phone book as Bugs Bunny? Can you get electrocuted as Bugs Bunny? Can you fall down a really deep pit as Bugs Bunny? So, yeah, anyway, remember that at the end of the day, you're not doing a character's voice. You're being a character. You are that character.
Is this thing on? Okay. So, due to time, and I want to give time for the cosplayers, we're going to wrap it up here, but thank you guys so much for tuning into this panel. And of course, I would be remiss to not thank all of my fellow voice actors for Sonic Revolution. You guys do an amazing job making your characters in the panels and everything like that. It's an honor to voice alongside you. And again, kind of what Rockstar had wanted to add with the advice is, don't ever give up. If you are passionate enough, you can do it. Chase your dream. If you get rejected, try again. Don't stop. Keep going. And I'll give it over to my other co-hosts for final words as well.
I just want to thank you guys for supporting us. This was all Kevin's idea, by the way. I think he was the man who wanted to do like these fun little character panels and like in between like all the stuff that Revo was doing, and it attracted a lot of attention. We absolutely love the support, and I had not said this once on stage, and I've got to say it now. Otherwise, it will never happen again. I hate you.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you all for coming. It was great. And special thanks to Remix, getting us all together. It's also my first Sonic Revolution, so come all the way from London. So, I must say, it was fantastic. I really like this. It's brilliant.
All right. Well, we're going to turn it over to give time for the cosplayers again.